Polly Holliday, the actress who became a household name as the brassy waitress Florence Jean Flo Castleberry on the hit CBS sitcom Alice, has died at the age of 88. Her death, announced by her longtime agent, marks the passing of not only a beloved performer, but also the final surviving main cast member of a show that once dominated American television screens in the 1970s and 1980s. Polly Dean Holliday was born on July 2, 1937, in Jasper, Alabama, a small southern town that shaped her upbringing and would later influence the sharp yet authentic southern charm she brought to her characters. Her father, a truck driver, and her mother, a homemaker, instilled in her both a strong work ethic and a deep appreciation for the stories and personalities she encountered along the way. As a child, she often joined her father on long-haul trucking trips, stopping at roadside diners and cafes, scenes that would, perhaps serendipitously, become central to her greatest role years later. Holliday's early life was far removed from Hollywood. She pursued music before acting, studying piano at the Alabama College for Women, which is now the University of Montevallo, and later at Florida State University. After graduation, she taught elementary school music for several years. But the classroom wasn't where her destiny lay. By the late 1960s, she gravitated toward theater, performing in regional repertory companies where she built her acting chops. Those years were crucial in shaping her as a performer, versatile, disciplined, and ready for the big stage. Her first breakthrough came in theater. In 1974, she appeared on Broadway in All Over Town, directed by Dustin Hoffman. Though not a lead, her performance got her noticed. She also landed a small role in All the President's Men in 1976, appearing as a secretary in one of the film's newsroom scenes. But later that same year, her life would change forever when CBS introduced Alice. A sitcom inspired by Martin Scorsese's 1974 film Alice doesn't live here anymore. The TV version followed Linda Lavin as Alice Hyatt, a widowed mother starting over in Phoenix with a job at Mel's Diner. The show struck a chord with viewers, but it was Polly Holliday's supporting character Flo, a gum-chewing, beehive-wearing, quick-tongued waitress from Texas, that stole the spotlight. Flo was bold, bawdy, and unfiltered, tossing out quips with a twinkle in her eye. And then there was that line, "Kiss my grits," which became one of the most famous catchphrases of its era. "Kiss my grits" wasn't just a throwaway gag. It became a cultural phenomenon. Children shouted it on playgrounds, comedians parroted it on stage, and the phrase appeared on everything from coffee mugs to t-shirts. Flo was more than a character. She was a national sensation. For women in particular, Flo was refreshing. She wasn't the submissive or sweet stereotype so often seen on TV. She was loud, confident, and unapologetically herself. Audiences loved her because she represented freedom, fun, and independence. Polly Holliday rode the wave of Flo's popularity to critical acclaim. She won 2 Golden Globe Awards for Best Supporting Actress and was nominated multiple times for both Golden Globes and Emmys. But her growing fame also created tension. Linda Lavin, who starred as Alice, reportedly grew frustrated that the supporting character was overshadowing the lead. Network executives, sensing opportunity, offered Holliday her own spin-off, and in 1980, Flo premiered on CBS. In the new series, Flo returned to Texas and bought a roadhouse called Flo's Yellow Rose. The show debuted to strong ratings, even ranking in the top 10 during its first season. But a series of unfortunate programming moves, shifting time slots, competing against powerhouse shows like The Love Boat, crippled its viewership. By 1981, after 2 seasons and 29 episodes, Flo was canceled. While many feared Holliday would be forever typecast, she surprised critics by reinventing herself. She transitioned back to theater and more serious roles, proving her range extended far beyond Flo's sass. On Broadway, she gave a riveting performance in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof as Big Mama, earning a Tony Award nomination in 1990. She also became a fixture in memorable film roles. She played the greedy, cold-hearted Mrs. Deagle in Gremlins 1984, a role that delighted fans who enjoyed seeing her in a darker, villainous light. She charmed audiences again as Gloria, the supportive neighbor in Mrs. Doubtfire, 1993, and later as Meredith's mother in the 1998 remake of The Parent Trap. Television audiences never lost sight of her either. She made appearances in shows like The Golden Girls, where her comedic timing shined, and Home Improvement, where she played Tim Allen's mother. Each role was distinct, reminding audiences she was no one-trick pony. Holliday had the rare ability to balance comedy with dramatic weight, moving fluidly between sitcoms, stage plays, and feature films. Despite her fame, Polly Holliday lived a deeply private life. She never married, never had children, and often retreated from the public eye. Those who knew her described her as humble, soft-spoken, and reflective, so unlike the larger-than-life Flo that millions adored. She didn't chase celebrity. Instead, she focused on the craft of acting and chose roles that challenged her rather than simply repeating old formulas. Her death at 88 feels particularly poignant because she was the last surviving main cast member of A-List. Linda Lavine, Vic Tayback, Beth Howland, and Philip McKean had all passed before her, leaving Holliday as the final link to a show that had once defined an era. With her passing, the curtain has truly closed on Mel's Diner and its colorful cast of characters. Public reaction has been immediate and heartfelt. Fans across social media have been sharing their favorite Flo moments, especially clips of her legendary one-liners and sass. Many have noted that Holliday's character brought them joy during difficult times, while others reflected on how Flo was one of the first television characters they saw who wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Fellow actors and colleagues praised her professionalism, her generosity, and her ability to bring humor and humanity to every role she played. What stands out most about Polly Holliday's career is the balance she struck between being a cultural icon and a serious actress. She embraced Flo's popularity but refused to let it define her. Instead, she built a career that spanned 5 decades, earning respect on Broadway, making memorable turns in blockbuster films, and always surprising audiences with her choices. Her passing is a reminder of how television history lives on long after the stars themselves are gone. Flo's "Kiss My Grits" is still instantly recognizable, even to younger generations who never watched A-List during its original run. That enduring impact is the true mark of a television legend. Polly Holliday's story is one of grit, grace, and greatness. From small-town Arabava to the heights of Hollywood, she left behind a legacy that will continue to entertain, inspire, and bring laughter for decades to come. She may be gone, but every time we hear Flo sass her way through a scene, we'll remember the woman who made it all possible. Polly Holliday, forever remembered, forever Flo. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.